Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is March 16, 2024, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only. As we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. We know the Russell is still a long ways from actually making an all-time high like the other indexes and all, but the Russell has been one that's been kind of chugging along, trying to go higher. It finally got out of the resistance area where I thought it needed to get out of, but then this week, like last week, it kind of formed the top, and this week it actually kind of followed through on that top. I might try to make a video on a short position that I actually put on. I actually bought a put, and it worked out okay, but it was a virtual trade, so it's not. I won't put too much into it, but it was just kind of like this is the time to put the trade on, and I actually did put the trade on, but I was still my bullish mindset, didn't let me put it on as a live trade. Even a small live trade would have been okay, but that's enough of that. Let's just jump right over here into these charts and see what's happening here on these charts right quick. Let me just do that. Do this. On the quarterly chart, as we can see, we're coming back down. See, that's the whole thing. We're coming back down to this resistance level that we had before. Will it act as support and we get a good bounce here come down next week or in the next week or so, and then finally try to push all the way back up here and break this previous high, break this high? Again, I don't expect anything like that to happen until next month, but it can happen. Or we can end up getting a red candle, and end up going lower. But let's go ahead and go down to the monthly channel, to the monthly chart, and see what we see there. We can start seeing some of the detail. So right now we have a red month. That line is on where I actually was looking at going short at the time on the lower time frame. I'll leave it there because I might do a video on that and all, and I don't want to have to go looking up the data and see where it was at before. But as we can see, a red month. On the Russell, it's kind of hard to tell. A lot of you want to be looking to the next month, and you expect something like this. If you don't get breaking that previous month, breaking that month low, you want to be looking for an entry and trying to go long. And right now, we are still staying above the 10-9 moving average, so we are still bullish on the Russell at this time. But the big key thing here, we are beginning to get a red month. So be cautious, be cautious, be cautious. Let's go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. And we can zoom in a little bit here. And as you can see, this week, it was early in the week, as you can tell, based on where that line position is at. Again, I'm seeing a doji at the top. I'm trying to decide, I know this market may be actually getting ready to turn over. I need to start getting short. I need to protect my positions. I need to make sure I got my stops in place. And also, it's time to buy that put and all. I know all these things. But it's still, like I told when I was talking to one of my friends earlier, I said my trading strategies and my trading rules and all are good. And all the only thing that has problems right now is me. So I'm working on me right now more so than anything else. I think the rules and the strategies that we have, myself and that Right Side Trading have, are actually good. If you follow them, they'll keep you safe. They'll keep you on the right side of the market and all, where you can make money and not lose too much money. And that's all this game is all about. But right now, as we can see on this weekly chart, we are getting an evening star. And the thing is, will we get a confirmation of this evening star, even a little bit like we've gotten in the past, or will this thing actually bounce, from this area right here and end up going back higher? What I'm saying, this right here was kind of like a pretty good little demand area, this area here. So we came down here to this also to pivot. These are going to be monthly pivots and bounce. That can continue to happen here, but I really don't know exactly what's going to happen here. So you got to just be mindful of your trading plan and your trading strategy and all. So this pivot right here, these are monthly pivots. So we got a couple more weeks to continue with these pivots right here and see what's going to happen. Will we get a follow through or not? All right, let's go down to the daily chart and wrap this on up. and see what we see here. And then this is where you're going to see. See, this is the hard thing for bearish traders to get. They want to try to catch this top. That's almost impossible to do. And then once it starts falling, they see a gap down. They think they missed out, and that's how I am. I'll do the same thing. Oh, I missed out. Then you see it drop a little bit more. Then the next day it drops more. Then you really missed out. But when you see it actually makes a pullback and it breaks that previous day high, it's one of my rules on the pivot, stay on the pivot. So again, it's time for me based on my strategies and the way I like trading. If I want to play it to the downside, this is about as high as it's going to go. I don't think I'm gonna get it back up here and all, and I end up getting a breakout. I get a breakout, fake out, coming back to the downside that might stop me out. But this little pullback didn't go all the way back up, and it went up high enough to get me into a trade to play it to the downside. And to the downside, I actually did the virtual trade. And again, this trade was very profitable the second day, and even probably still profitable right now. Don't even want to look at it, but like I said, I might do a video on it. I might not. But that's it. That's all I really want to share. Again, when you're bearish and you are really looking at trying to get a bearish trade, if you don't worry about trying to catch the top. Try to see based on you need to have your strategy and your plan in place that'll get you in close enough once you see a commitment to the downside. Based on these things right here, I do see a commitment to the downside, even though I got a bounce out of what I think was a demand area, but it didn't bounce high enough for me. It couldn't break pivot. And based on one of my rules and one of my strategies, on the pivot, stay on the pivot. So I was pretty comfortable with taking that, having a stop somewhere above this pivot level. And that's all I really want to share at this time. It could be one of my strategies, one of my rules, how I actually look at the market at times. And that's all I really want to share. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys having a great weekend. I might get in a little bit more details. That was probably pretty much the detail. My stuff is actually pretty simple on how I actually did that trade. But that's all. That's it. That's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys having a great weekend. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.